This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Now come along and join us at Val-Con.
Hello everyone, welcome to my stream. My name is Dev Rosick, and today we're going to be playing Valheim, the survival crafting game from Iron Gate. It is just one day until the start of Val-Con. It's tomorrow. And the opening live stream begins at 1900 UTC tomorrow. And I hope you all can join us there. It's going to run through Sunday with live streams every day with servers you can access and lots of other activities, some great guests and conversations to be had. To find out more about it, you can go to the website val-con.org. That's VAL-CON.org. There you can find links to the Discord and to our merchandise website, which would be much appreciated if you could see your way to helping to support the convention, and to information about the programs that are going to be happening and the servers that you could possibly come and join. I'm playing today on the Vanillaheim server, one of the servers of the Hype Week, which has been the week leading up into Val-Con. And today I'm going to be joining in the server to follow up on yesterday's activities. So let's get to it. When we ended the stream yesterday, we had just gone through and fought boss fights. Well, we'd observe a boss fight against Yggdrasil by some of the other players on the server. I didn't participate because I'd already done that, and my gear was a little bit high level for doing Yggdrasil. I wanted to give them a chance to work through that. But I did enjoy the fight against the Elder. So, having defeated the Elder, we have basically completed what is commonly known as the Bronze Age in Valheim. Doesn't mean we're going to stop using bronze. Quite the contrary. We still need plenty of it. But it means that our next step is to move towards the swamp, where we'll be looking for iron and gradually building up to defeat the boss of the swamp, Bone Mass. Traditionally, I used to think that Bone Mass was the first really dangerous boss, the first one you really had to take a lot of time to prepare for, but I've learned things since then, and I now know ways to defeat Bone Mass that, in some respects, make him one of the easiest bosses in the game. But that's something we're going to have to deal with much, much, much later, and we have a long way to go. So let's see some of the things that's happened. I did some work off-stream late last night. Went out and crossed over to what I'm tempted to call the Blueberry Coast over here, and gathered up lots and lots of blueberries, something we've been struggling with. I also tapped a copper node over there and gathered some more tin. So we have some metal out here. Looks like I did not start smelting on it. That was kind of a mistake. So let's see, how's our coal doing? We're full there. I think we need to first do copper, because that's what we're the most short of. We need to make more bronze, to upgrade our gear, and maybe make a few more items. I would like to get the bronze buckler, maybe. Or maybe I'll wait until I can build the next shield with iron. So we've got a lot of metal to smelt, but we can get that going. And let's see, what have we got in terms of... Yeah, we have no copper at all. No copper bars, that is. So we need to work on that. Some other things we gathered. We gathered quite a few blueberries. Look at that. It's the largest number of blueberries we've ever had. We gathered a bunch of thistle and a few mushrooms. And oh yeah, we turned over our crops a couple times. So I planted those 50... carrots and got 150 seeds, and then planted a bunch of those to get some carrots. And let's see, we still have some seeds left. We do. but we maybe need to plant a little bit more. But we're right now we're pretty flush for carrots. And how's our food situation? Well, that could be better. So today we're going to probably start by cooking up a bunch of food and seeing how far we can get with that. Now, we want to save some of these carrots for planting. We basically made 100. Let's save. I don't know. Let's save 40 carrots for planting. How's that look? Yeah, it's not bad. We'll put those in the box over here, and you know, actually, the growth of the carrots is something that takes a while. Why don't we do that first? Get that moving, and then we can concentrate on all the things that take a little less time. You know, this looks like it's not cultivated ground over here. Yeah, I guess it is. It depends on the angle of the camera, I guess. All right, so I switched to walking. I aim my camera down, and oh, it would help if I selected seed carrots. Yes, and here we go. Might have gotten those a little closer to the fence than I meant to, but I think it'll be all right. As long as they don't actually turn brown, I think it'll be fine. Of course, one issue with that is that it could take a while for the game to figure out that it's going to turn brown, so you might think, oh, it looks perfectly fine, and come back a few minutes later and find, no, it really isn't so fine. But, no, we're at a stage where losing a few plants here and there really doesn't make much difference. Ran out of stamina. Thought we'd run out of seeds, but nope, it was stamina. Yes, farm work is hard work. It's tiring. Show your appreciation. Visit your local farmer's market and buy their food. Yeah. I'm going to skip this part there because it's probably shaded by that ladder. And that's it. Okay. Should probably upgrade this cultivator at some point. It wears out pretty fast, but then we should probably upgrade a lot of our copper tools. See, most of them, well, 2 of them at least, are still at quality level 1. And these could still be upgraded too. But that's why we're making all that bronze. Okay. Crop in the ground. Put that away. Oh, is that all done? Okay. Keep the smelting going. There's actually kind of you get into this little rhythm here working at home like this where you do a little smelting, do a little farming, make some coal. Actually feels pretty satisfying to go through all these stages. It's like one of those simulator games. Do I need to make some coal? Not at this time. Okay, we'll get that rolling. Now, that leaves us with quite a few of those. Let's start by doing our usual 100 carrot mix. So we're going to make 20 carrot soup. We're going to make... I have exactly... Okay. Oops. We're going to make 20 minced meat sauce and 20 deer stew. Look at that. We still have more than one stack of blueberries even after taking all that, so I'll take that. Okay. Let's get busy with that. Then we'll assess after we've done the basic thing. So, Oh, I picked up uncooked deer meat. That was silly. How about that one? Yes. You know, Harold, why don't I do it this way? Then it will be more consistent with the other one. Yes, okay. All right. Yes, okay. So let's start with the mincemeat sauce, and as usual, I'm going to use the shift key and make them 5 at a time. As far as I know, this does not reduce your chance of getting extras from your cooking skill. It essentially cycles through the making process 5 times in rapid succession. I would just say my cooking skill isn't especially high. What is it now? Yeah, 11. That's not high at all. So I'm just not getting a lot of those extras. Okay, we'll do 20 of these. The reason I didn't get 20 of the mincemeat sauce is because one of them went into my regular eaten stash. Okay, and finally the carrot soup. What we'll probably do after this is look at see which food is in the shortest supply and make more of those with the remaining carrots. Hopefully not carrot soup, because that one uses a lot of carrots. Okay, oh look at this. We're really starting to stack up the food here. Alright, deer stew we have 37. Mincemeat sauce we have only 27. And carrot soup we have 36. So clearly we want to make more mincemeat sauce. Let's see if we can make 10 more of that. Do we have the ingredients? We don't have enough necktails, but we'll use what we have. So we'll get 3 of those. We can probably run outside and grab some more necktails. Now, if I try to do 5 here, obviously I don't have the ingredients for it, so it goes gray, so I just have to do it one at a time. Okay. So that goes in there. And yeah, let's see if maybe we can scare up a few more necktails rather than making those other foods, which we already have in greater quantity. Yeah, I'd like to cook some of that meat. Oh, yeah. So we had a raid from the swamp at the end of yesterday's evening session, and that brought us a new creature, the Draugr. Draugr are ancient Vikings who became undead evil creatures, and one of the main materials that they drop is their entrails. And I've put it here into the meat chest, which implies it's going to be used for food. Yes, folks, we will be eating the entrails of undead Vikings. as food. Okay. Yeah, let's switch to that. Of course it's night, and let's see what we can find as far as oh, we actually need to eat. Speaking of food, let's see what we can find as far as necks go. There's usually a couple down here. There's one. There's two. And it really works better when you put your weapons on. Uh-oh, that sounded like a bear. Is there a bear? We're getting pretty blasé about the bears these days, I would say. I need to be careful of that. If you get one of those one-star bears, they're still very tough for us. Maybe it wasn't a bear. Maybe it was a boar. They often do sound alike. Let's see. What is that? That's a rock. Okay. Grey dwarves. I thought I suppressed you grey dwarves over here. Well, maybe not. Well, oh, for heaven's sakes. Hit the guy. Well, I'm not sure. Oh, hang on. Oh, no, I can't chase him. What am I doing? Later in the game, I'll get some armor that will make me run faster, and then I really could chase a deer down. But today is not that day. Right. So, I really don't want some of this junk. So, don't want that. Really? Don't want your junk either. Okay. These ancient seeds were the thing we used to summon the Elder. We've done that. So, I don't really need to collect those anymore. They do have one other use, however, so I'm going to keep that and store it in a somewhat different spot to kind of give you a hint of what... Well, you know what? That's late game. I'm going to toss that down. I don't really need it now. Yeah, these things are not despawning, are they? Too close to my workbenches. All right. Necktails, yes. Let's go see what we can find. What is this little dot? Oh, that's right. That's my path marker. Yeah. Right. With necks, you want to try and stay close to water. There's a boar. Yeah, we need boar meat too. Now the other thing I can be looking for here is to collect materials beyond what I need myself in order to contribute to the stores at community that are then shared for all the other players. It's one of the great advantages of the community server. Some people are more like adventurers, some people are more like gatherers, you know, and some people are a little of each. And what happen is the gatherers tend to gather far more than they need. So they throw that in the community, and then the adventurers maybe don't gather enough, and they could share that. And that's how you form a real community on your community server. Not just every person for themselves. If that's what you want to do, you might as well play single player. Then the builders, they always need wood and stone and things, so the gatherers can get that. And yeah, you know, of course a person can be a builder and an adventurer and a gatherer, whatever. I tend to be much more of a gatherer and a builder myself. But, you know, I like adventures too. Okay. A lot of boars up here. I need to get down by the water. What's the... Wait, where am I going here? Yeah, I'll go this way. Run down here along the coast. Oh, there's a stream down here. Any necks? There's a neck. Look at that. Hello. And there's a couple more. Okay. Alright, well, that's already pretty good. I was looking for 7 or 8. Since we've been perennially short of necktails. And thought I might gather a bit more than I needed. This is one of those classic cases where when you're hunting for them, you don't see enough of them. When you don't want them around, they're everywhere. Okay, I think this is a bit of Black Forest. Yes, it is. Okay, they won't be here. Let's go around this way. Well, get out of the water. Always remember, if you get in the water, put your weapons back on. Oh, look, there's a neck. Can I reach you? I can. Okay. Don't really need feathers at this moment. Collected a lot of feathers during my earlier tree felling expeditions. You don't get a ton of feathers out of trees, but if you are cutting down a lot of trees, you just get this steady flow. It's often enough to keep you in arrows. I'll take a deer, since I'm here. Definitely going to save up these deer trophies. There's something I definitely want to build. It's kind of an interesting weapon, possible tool as well. Depends on how you look at it. Okay, yeah, there's a neck. Hello. Oh, look, day 240. Hey, your nighttime spawns. Go away. I said go away. So you don't need the stone either. Okay. Ooh, 4. Stream here. Oh, I hear one. Where are you, Mr. Neck? There you are. Okay, how about over here? Kind of stop and look for their movement in the water. That's a deer or boar? Oh, definitely hurt. There we go. Look at that. There's a couple of them. Uh-oh. I'm disarmed. I'm down in the water here. I'll punch you to death. You have quite a knockback there with that bite. Okay. Proving that you can fight when you're in the water, but it's a big disadvantage. Okay. Oh, there's another neck. Now this is getting kind of deep over here. So here's a trick you can try. You shoot an arrow at them, but you deliberately miss. You get close, but miss. And sometimes that will aggro them. There, do you hear it? He got mad. And let's see if he swims back. Maybe not. Did he identify where I was shooting from? Doesn't look like it. We've got a boat against the bridge over there. We're going to need to upgrade that bridge at some point to allow people to get through. Okay. Dear, can I get you? Gotcha. You just got to get up on them before they have a chance to really engage their running gear. All right. How are we doing here? Okay, we have 10 necktails. Here comes another deer. See, he went in the water. Oh, will that slow him down enough? Will I get him? Nope, nope, he was too quick. The water wasn't deep enough to slow him down. Okay. Well, we'll go up here and see what we can find. Next do, of course, come out in the open. Ooh, deer. Nah, he spotted us. Another deer. Sneaky, sneaky. What is that over there? That's a neck over there. Remember that? Well, heck. Hello. Okay. Mushrooms. We'll turn that down. Okay. Oh, heard something over here. Where is it? It's a boar. Where is it? Oh, okay. Cool thing about boars, sometimes they find you. All right. Okay, thanks for sharing. Oh, there's a boar. There's 2 boar. Would you like to go for 3 boar? Apparently not. Okay. Head down here a little bit. deer. Run, 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 run. Gotcha! Alright. Some nice mushrooms. Okay. We'll head this way. What a beautiful day this is. Sunlight dappling the open spaces in the forest. The call of animals. The ragged cry as they die, blood splashing on the ground. Yeah. Just like that. Oh. Nobody's ever picked up these bones. Or... I don't feel rested. Yeah. Kind of feeling that. Just out of my reach. Hmm. Okay. There's sometimes little bits of treasure, a little amber or a few coins at these spots as well. Little grave goods, offerings, whatever they are supposed to be. Yep, no rested state. Ooh, mushrooms over there. Okay. Where'd those mushrooms go? I should, here. Make it easier to see them. I should mark this spot. That's a pretty nice mushroom spot, not far from my house. Sometimes a boar out here, or a deer. And here's a couple more. Yeah, there's a deer over there. I'm not really hurting for deer meat. Let's go unload. I think this doorway was attached to the outer wall before the troll smashed it. Gets the job done. Okay. Ah, look at that. Made it an exact stack. Nice. Okay. Bones. And then lots of meats. Definitely got to cook some of that meat. Put the, nope. Put the trophies here. I'll make that thing that I've been hinting about in a minute. Okay. Let's process the, do one more copper. All right. Okay, we were going to cook some more of that. You know what? I'll save one. I'll cook a full stack of 10. 10 of these. And 10 more boar meat. Okay. Great. And now it's more on par with the others. Pick up some arrows. Okay. So, I think what I need is some core wood and, oops, and a bunch of deer trophies. Let's see if I've got it right. Might require some scraps. The thing I'm trying to make is the stag baker. Yes, indeed, it does require some, and it requires 20 core wood. Well, I have 20 core wood. And some scraps. Okay. So now we can make the stag breaker. A weapon worthy of the gods. If you get hit with this, you'll know it. This is a two-handed maul sort of thing. It's mostly blunt and a little bit of pierce. It's those sharp antler points. Let's craft this thing. Wow, look at you. All right. Now this is a tool designed for ground pounding. In a way, it's much like the effect that the trolls create when they smash the ground. That's why I'm coming way out here, because I don't want to smash my own house. And here we go. Wow, look at that. So everything inside that circle of effect that you saw radiating out from me is going to get hit with that damage. This is excellent when you have crowds of creatures around you, but be warned. Here, let me eat some food. Watch what it does to my stamina. My stamina is 123 max. Bang, down to 112. That's a big stamina hit. So, use stamina 12. Let's compare that to some of the other weapons I have. My claws, 6. My mace, 8. My bow, draw stamina, 6 per second. It's based on how long you hold the bow back. The axe, 8. So the sort of the heavier weapons use 8, the lighter weight weapons use 6, and this monster, 12. So it's a great weapon, but it needs to be used with some discipline to make sure you don't just immediately run out of stamina. And it's lovely when there's a lot of weak creatures swarming on you, you know, a bunch of graylings around or something. You go, ram, and at least break them up. It's very effective against skeletons and some other creatures that we will probably be meeting soon. So that is why I made it. Okay. Nope, I don't want that. I am going to put this in my gear. Nope. In my gear. Oh, wait. First of all, fix it. And I'm going to put it in my gearbox. I'm not going to carry it around. It's a fairly hefty thing. Where is it? Weight 4. I guess it isn't actually all that heavy. It's heavier than some things. But anyway, I'm going to put it in there. And then the idea is I need to remember to bring it when I go visit some stuff in the swamp. And I will put these back. Oh, what am I thinking? I could probably upgrade that thing, can't I? Only a level 1. Let's see. All right, I need more core wood. Oh, and bones. Of course I need bones. Do I have those? I bet I don't. I have 3 bones. Yeah, I gave a bunch of my bones to another player on the server. I think I said something to the effect, I don't need bones anymore. No, not that. No. So, That was a boneheaded thing to say. So I need to go get some more bones. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let's see. I do know of a few burial chambers over on this other coast. That's all, I guess. Well, yeah, troll cave there, and I saw a couple of trolls around. What the heck? Let's take a little journey. So what I can do, let's see what we have here. Yeah, I have a portal here. So what I can do is when I get through to the other side, I will rename that gather portal that's there to something else, and it will close. And then I can take this portal with me and drop it outside the burial chamber, making it easy to return all that stuff. Everything in a burial chamber will pass through a portal, so that's very convenient. So, I rename you to Dear Gather X, and you close. And then when I come back here, after doing whatever I'm doing further out in the field, I just rename it again. And I am going to head, I guess I'm going to head that way, which is right over there. Is it going to be night? Of course it's going to be night. I'm going out on an adventure. I only adventure at night. Right? Okay. Keeping my eyes open for a troll over here, although I didn't recall seeing one before. There's copper. Did I just hear a skeleton? Did I speak too soon? That sure sounded like a troll. I just heard a skeleton over here. Is that a burial chamber? I bet it is. Let's go check it out. That's a 1-star skeleton, I think. That is certainly a burial chamber. Okay. Well, there's some bones. Where's that troll, though? It's up that way somewhere. There. There. You can just see his blue butt showing up through the trees there. Yep. Not really interested. Trolls are getting much easier. Oh, somebody's been in here. This one's probably empty. Maybe that's why. Forgot to mark it. And yeah, I think somebody's been in here, so I'll exit out. Yep. Looks pretty empty. Know for sure if I find a chest and oh yeah, this place has been cleared out. Agnes here? Yeah. Okay. All right. Wait. Trying to find a quick way out. Yep. There we go. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. So the reason this person used the cooking station for this purpose is that it can be built without a workbench. So it's a very easy thing to build. And that's fine. My issue with it is it's a little hard to see. It's so small. So, okay. Don't want the stone. Watch that troll. I don't want to mess with the troll. Let's kind of go this way. All right. Then we're going to go here. Hopefully we've dodged far enough. Oh, this'll. Hopefully we've dodged far enough to get around him. Still pretty close, though, so watch your step. Always remember that your footsteps make noise. And even something as little as walking through an area can alert other creatures to your presence. Claws. Okay. Well, this one doesn't have a cooking station. Let's see what we've got. What we've got are closed doors. Very few people close doors after they leave a burial chamber, so I think this one's going to be good. And of course, we've got a portal here. Let's use it. Okay. The usual way I do this is I stick it around the side, where it's kind of out of the way, but easily accessible. Then wait till it opens. Okay. Do I have enough? I don't. Oh. This is copper. Do I have this on my map? I do. Ooh, that troll is right there. Let's not do something noisy. I was going to chop some wood, but, you know, instead what I'll do is I'll kind of toss this stuff down, hang on to that, and in we go. Now, I'll have to see, it'll be a little dim in here. I want the yellow mushrooms. Yeah, I think so. They don't weigh very much, and I should have enough slots available to pick. Ooh, that sounded like a ghost. That sort of oh sound. Yeah. Yeah, you hear that? That's a ghost. So, claws out. Actually, let's do this. Let's use our mace. This is kind of what we built this thing for. Shield up. Let's go. Oh, yeah, look how easily we nail those skeletons now. Nice. This is all open. Let's make sure it's safe. Okay. Okay. Left-hand wall. Always check the center. Look at that. Some amber. Shield up. Okay, mushroom. Surtling core, yeah, we need that. Also looking for some money. I want to buy that head and lamp. Ah, there's a ghost in here. Here we go. Shield up. Hello. I don't know if a ghost is particularly vulnerable to blunt, but it's good enough. Gets the job done. Usually the ghost is guarding some decent treasure. 2 cores. I mean, could have been better. Some treasure, some money treasures. Always look around some more. Sometimes things lurk around on the floor and other places. Okay. Nope, that's a dead end. Okay. All right. Oh, body pile. Oh! Oh boy, here we go. This is the skeleton with poison, the rancid remains. Did I get a trophy? Oh, that's a very rare trophy to get, and a nice one too. Yeah, and they're one of the most dangerous skeletons there are, and usually guard some very good treasure, as you can see here. Not bad, not bad. 3 more cores, pretty good. And look at that. Look at all that stuff. Yeah, I'd love to get a Rancid Remains trophy. Too bad. Wouldn't mind getting a ghost trophy, too. They're quite cool. But I do have the ectoplasm, and we can do something with that later. Okay. That wasn't bad for the first branch. Look at that. Already 7 cores. Outstanding. Here we go. I like my mace. Okay, there's a core there. Anybody? No? All right. Yeah, wasn't very long, but you know, a core is a core. Build up. Okay. Okay. I'll go through this door first. Build up. Oh! 1-star archer. When I started the game, he'd be very dangerous to me, but times have changed. Okay. Up, door first. Wait, was that somebody behind me? That's the main thing I worry about, is somebody showing up behind me and shooting me in the back or something. Because you can take a surprise hit yourself, and it's very dangerous. Okay. Ooh, we're hearing the troll from outside. So, this funny thing about that is essentially what this dungeon, you think you're like under the ground. That's not actually where it's positioned in the game world, but it pretends that it is. So we've probably walked so far over. Yeah, you see the troll was right up here, and we've walked supposedly under the ground to this spot, and we're hearing the troll from the outside. It sounds very scary, but in fact, he cannot get in here. You see that purple gleaming through there? It's a body pile. Shield up. That's usually the body piles where you expect to see the rancid remains, but oh boy, look, there's more. Well, this has been great. That's 10 cores out of this place. We could double up our smelting production. But I'm doing okay with that. I may use it instead to continue to expand the portal network. Okay. Left-hand wall, and that's it. We're done. Well, this was a pretty good spot. I'm quite happy with this. 10 cores is a decent haul. You know, the par for a burial chamber is usually something like 4 or 5. So 10 is pretty good. Okay. Feathers. There. Now we have some, that was the wrong thing. Now we have enough bones, I think, to upgrade the Stagbreaker. We will see. Ectoplasm. I wonder if that's enough to build the twig. We will also see. Got some arrows. And monies. Money, money, money. Oh, I have a thistle in there. Okay. Stagbreaker, right. Maybe pull this out and show you something else you can do with a Stagbreaker in a burial chamber situation. Here, I'll X that one out. We'll have to come down and see if this one has been exploited. Upgrade. I was going to upgrade, so I need some core wood, some scraps, some bones, and some more. Yep. Uh-oh. That's bad. Hang on. Anytime a troll appears outside our home, it's bad news. Remember what the last troll who came through here did. Okay, where are you, Mr. Troll? There, okay, good. He's not very close to the house. Let's get ours on. Let's see if we can get him with the sneak attack. Come on. Log troll 2. Ha ha! I got you. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. We want to try and take this guy out before he gets a bunch of ads. Or rain. Or a raid. Or something. Oh, stop walking away. Maybe a bear. Why not a bear? Oh, of course my food's running out. See, this is why you should always, always eat the best foods. You constantly get in these situations where you weren't expecting a fight, and then there it is. And if you're eating crappy foods, you're going to have crappy buffs. And a very difficult time making any changes. Are you going in the water? You think I can't shoot you in the water? Because I can. You think I can't recover your... Well, I can't recover the money, actually. Yep. Never going to see that again. Well, I don't need it that badly. What I wanted was that troll to be gone. Yeah. That's all going to be in the bottom of the water down there. You can sort of see it glittering. There are ways to get stuff off the bottom. Not going to try that right now. I'll just let it sit there. Okay. That went well. What was I doing? Oh, yes. Upgrading the stag breaker. Upgrade. Stag breaker. Can I do it again? Yes, but I need 20 bone. I have 18. Oh, dear. Well, we'll probably have to make do with this. Bone. That. And... No, I keep opening the wrong one. Okay. Alright, I'm going to take the stag breaker with me and I'll put it in the number 6 position. Let's go back here and we'll pick up the gather portal and move it to the next burial chamber. Yeah, I don't care about that. Oh, wait, the one thing I do like to do, of course, as shown. Here, let's build that again for a second. Do I have any other wood? No. How much wood is this? 2, that's just enough. Alright. That's why I like to put the big X here. It's a little harder to build, a little harder to remove, but you can't miss it. Even in darkness of night, you're going to see that. Not really interested in your stuff, pal. All right, where's the next burial? There's probably a bunch. Well, see, that's the meadows starting there. So maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say how far the Black Forest goes over here. But we do have this burial chamber here, which is over that way. So let's go. Mushrooms? Yeah, it's funny. You want mushrooms at the start, and then you sort of have a long quiet period. Let's walk around this. It's tiresome to fight all those guys. And then you want a bunch of them during this stretch of time when you're making the carrot soup. And then there's some later periods of time where you need more mushrooms again. Do I have this spot marked? I don't, but it's only one bear up there. Yeah. It's only one bush. Well, okay, maybe it's 2. Oh, all right. It's 3. All right, come on. Fine. Another troll cave here. I have this one marked already. Another spawner. I need to turn more this way. Oh, more blueberries over here. Well, look at all this up here. Wow, I didn't have this one marked either. This really is the blueberry coast over here. All right. Definitely mark that. By the end of all this, I'll have more blueberries than I know what to do with. No chest inside there. Copper here. Do I have this marked? I do. Okay. Another one over here. Yes. Don't want your resin. Yes, barrel chamber. I only see one skeleton. I think I killed them. Maybe. Maybe somebody else did. I'm not sure. Oh, hello. No, look, there's 2. Okay. Then where's number 3? It's possible you'd already been killed by something. But the fact that there was 2 suggests strongly that no one's been in here. Let's find out. Because no one would go inside without killing all the skeletons, or probably not. And if they killed all of them, then the most that could be out here now is 1. Therefore, no one's been inside. Okay. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yep, looks good. 3 closed doors. But no yellow mushrooms. That's quite unusual. Okay. So, let me look through here. Can I see somebody through the door? Yes. So here's the thing you can do. I'm going to switch to the stag breaker, and I do this. You see that yellow number flying up? That's the damage taken by the skeleton on the other side of this door, because they are weak to blunt. And maybe I got him. Let's find out. Yeah, look at that. Killed the skeleton without even opening the door. It's also a simple way just to find out if there is anybody behind the door, because you'll see that yellow damage pop up. So that's kind of cool. And we'll use this to even greater effect in one of the later biomes. So we can just do a quick hit. And there, we see some white numbers, no yellow numbers. So probably there's nobody immediately on the other side of the door. And here, yeah, sure looks like there's somebody here. Uh-oh. Didn't kill him, but it took half of his, or more than half of his damage away in one hit. Okay. Yep. So, we'll do the same thing here. I think I see somebody in there. Let's find out. Oh, didn't see a yellow number. And yes, this does damage the door. The door's got some decent hit points. It'll stand up to a few hits. There's definitely somebody in there. Check it out. Oh, there's 2 people in there. 3. Now probably none. Oh, there was 1 left, but he was badly damaged. Yeah. Money? Yeah. So far not looking too good for cores, though. All right. Other treasures that I want. Okay. Dagbreaker. Oops. I opened the door before I meant to. Oh! Now this is where Dagbreaker can really save your life against one of those guys. And the cool thing is, what you can do is you can back off, close the door, and then hit him from safety. And I think that was him dying. Yes, it was. Trophy? No. I always hope. They're pretty rare. Might be somebody over there. Okay. I'm going to continue without the Dagbreaker. I don't truly need it at this level of my character's development. But it can be a big help earlier on. Haha. Okay. One of these passages that winds all the way around, and look at that. Oh, look at that. 5 cores in this one little room. Excellent. And quite a bit of treasure, too. Those amber pearls are worth quite a bit, yeah. And here? Yeah, look at all this. Regular skeleton trophy. Yeah, sure. There are some interesting things you can do with those. A very good-looking shield, for example. Oh, I missed this door. Come on. Okay. Nothing. Still, not going to complain. We did find some good cores in there. Okay, we've already been around there. All right. And that seems to be it. Well, it wasn't looking good, but at the last minute, it pulled out a nice little core stash. Oh, what is that? Oh, the boar. Well, I'll go get that. It's 2 boars. No, I want the meat. Oh, I can't pick up the meat. You know what I'll do? Portal's right over here. Oh, yeah. I need you too. Come here. All right. I'll go through the portal. What was that? Okay. I'll go through the portal and dump off the stuff, and then come back and grab all that meat. Okay. Money first. There. Hides. Feathers and bones. Trophy. Food. Oops. And cores. Core supply is looking pretty healthy. The meat. Where'd the meat go? Was it? Okay, there's one. There's another. There was a neck tail, wasn't there? Maybe he didn't drop one. Well, maybe he didn't. Okay. Need a little bit of wood. Okay. Build the X. Okay. Tear this down. Alrighty. Suppose. Yeah, see, the Black Forest has got to continue all the way over here, because that's where that Elder site is. That's not the Elder site where I fought him yesterday. So, let's head that way and see what we can find. Yeah. It's likely bears, trolls, and stuff. Great War spawner that way. Another one that way. Those are berry bushes. Yes, yes. Carrot seeds, always good. Okay, the ruin over here. Looks like a skeleton ruin. Yes, we need some bones. All right. Ah, yes. I could shoot him down, but I'll just go up there. Besides, there's usually a chest up there. Might be another guy up top. Or not. And no chest. Oh well. This is a decent type with this sort of porch out the back, and you know, you could build in that. Okay. Oh, look at this. Blueberries. Yeah. I don't have this one marked. Actually, let's go this way. Try to clear it to the coast. Look at all the carrot seeds here. Wow. Here we are. Here we are. Only one guy. This one might be cleared out. Right on the coast, somebody could have sailed up here and gone inside of it. Let's take a quick peek before we go building portals. Yeah. Interesting. They didn't want the amber? That's very strange. Okay. I don't think this thing's fully cleared. Maybe somebody just grabbed the circling cores and left? I'm going to leave the mushrooms alone from now on because I have enough for the time being. Okay. So we'll now be a little bit more methodical. Wait, did I go down this way? Yes, I did. I went down this way. Okay, these two are both very short. And this one... Definitely hearing some skeletons in here still. Okay. Yeah, but there was a Grey Dwarf trophy in there. Somebody... those don't occur naturally in here, so somebody must have been in here. This is strange. They just left parts of it behind? Really strange. Well, I need to go put the portal down because I need the slots in my inventory. Okay. I don't have a particularly convenient spot in this style, so I usually just stick it back here. The chest, the bench somewhere. And, come on. Kind of wiggle the portal in like that. Try to get it so that the bottom piece is sort of partly underground. It makes it a lot easier to step through it. Uh-huh. Which I will do and unload my stuff. Seeds, yes. Oh, like our carrots are sprouting up. Okay. Come on. All right. Oh, nope. I don't have room for that. Okay. Okay, fix the gear. Yell at the Grey Dwarf neighbors. Shut up! And back into the burial chamber. Yeah, I think I've said before that I could probably pretty easily suppress those Grey Dwarves and such outside my place, but, you know, as much as I complain about them, they're kind of part of the show, so I'll leave them there. All right. Forgotten where I was in here. Put your claws on. All right. Okay, take the rest of that. Oh, I meant to use my my mace in here, didn't I? Yep, that's better. Oh, Ember. There was a lot of stuff left in here. That's strange. Can't say I've ever heard somebody just visit a couple of rooms in a burial chamber and then leave. Not sure what their plan... Oh, one of these rooms. Not sure what their plan was. Alright, you always check the middle. Might be treasures there. And then you work your way around the outside. Uh-huh. Lots of yellow mushrooms. Okay. Well, no cores in that one. So, very strange. Let's see. Okay. Money. So how am I doing on money? I've got 237 there, another 200, that's 437, 537, 582. Yeah, that's enough to get the circlet. Oh, and I didn't even include all these. So, maybe pay a visit to Aldor. Favorite Diverger trader. At least so far. We haven't visited the others yet. They might be pretty cool too. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Nighttime's a great time to go visit the traders. Hey, nurses down here. Cores. CJ Immersive. One of the other players on the server. Haldor, here we go. Oh look, there's blueberries here. I think I knew that. Okay. Oh, let me show you something here. Where'd that gray dwarf go? Ah, yeah, here we are. So, see, he sees us. He's alerted. He's attacking us. And now we pass through the bubble. And he's suddenly, I don't see them anymore. They're gone. Can't see us. Sell all of our stuff. We have 912. Okay. The Verger Circlet. Buy. What do we have left? We can get Thunderstone. And your Mirror Flesh. Yeah. I'm going to purchase a Thunderstone. And 2 Ymir Flesh. So what are these things? Thunderstone it is crackling with energy. That's rather vague. And this one says, the earthly remains of the giant Ymir. Ew. But still, what's it good for? Dunno. But let's go back and find out if we've learned anything. Let's look right there. So should I change the trophy to the Elder, since that's who I beat last? Maybe. We'll put the money back there. Put it down to 2 gold. Let's try this thing on. Now that we've got it. Oh, here. I'll put that up there. Okay. Now, watch what happens here when we put this on. First of all, it's a headpiece, so it's going to take off our other headpiece. And see, now I have a light glowing out in front of me. And this will help me to see in dark places and at night. It's really wonderful for the crypts we're going to be going into in the swamp. So that's cool. We're making progress. In this chest, where I sort of put various bits and bobs, I'm going to stick that in there. And I'm just going to check my build menus to see if anything new has appeared. Really need to build a fermenter. Not evidently. So probably there's something more that we need to find and lay our hands on in order to learn new recipes from that. Okay. I'm going to put this away for now. And so now you kind of see my gear taking its final form as I do it in my inventory. Again, there's no rules on this, except that whatever's in the top row is going to be on your active toolbar. I do it this way because it helps me remember where everything is, and that's how I like it. So I usually carry 3 stacks of arrows. That's expensive. They are 10 pounds each, so there's 30 pounds of my weight gone just for arrows. Of course, I carry 3 stacks of food. This entire row up here is for the gear, from head, chest, legs, back, belt, and headdress. And there are actually more items of gear that will eventually appear here. Not in this row, it's full, but in other purposes. And then my toolbar is arranged as it is. Again, nothing magical about this. This is just how I thought to do it in the early days of playing Valheim. Any pattern across this toolbar that works for you is the right thing. And I would say keep it consistent. Once you decide that your axe is going in a certain slot, keep it there. Don't move them around, because then in moments of stress, you'll be like, oh, where's that thing? Where's that thing? If you just know the number, if you just know that 5 is going to get you an axe, you'd be a lot better off. I tend to use these 2 slots, 6 and 7, as sort of utilities. These are the ones when I need to swap something in, like that stag breaker that I used. I put it in one of these 2. That's because the items I normally keep there, the pickaxe and the hoe, are almost never items that I would have to draw out under stress. And therefore, it's not a problem for me to move them somewhere else. So, okay. Let's see how we're doing here. Let's see. Yep. Yep. Okay, I'm going to go back and... No, I'm not. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little break here. And I will be back in a couple of minutes. And we'll continue the adventure. Okay. Let us continue. Yeah, already put it down there. Oh, I didn't actually mark this spot on the map, did I? Okay. I'm going to continue down toward the... Oh, looky what I have here. Hammer is not a weapon. Absolutely cannot use your hammer as a weapon. Try, but you can't do it. Okay. Little bay here. Mushrooms are good. Radar spawner out there on that little island. All right. Of course, since we're on the coast, there's plenty of tin down here, but we're good with tin for now. Oh, carrot seeds. Oh, oh come on. All right. And more carrot seeds. I can assure you, when we go to find turnips in the swamp, it is not that easy. They're yellow flowers, and in the light that's present in the swamps, it all blends in. Quite hard to see. Plus, they're really rare. So, when you find that turnip in the swamp, boy, are you happy. And then you have to get out alive so that you can plant it and grow more turnips. So, yep. Turnips is a big moment. They're a major food upgrade. Interesting. Lots and lots of tin. Oh, okay. I had sort of expected that to be Raid Wars. Oh, well. Right here. Ah, there's two. That's a good sign. The third one? Mushrooms over here. Okay. Oh. Oh, look at that. There's another one right over here. And it also has at least two skeletons. And a troll over there. Hello. Okay. Carefully. Let's see if he had a log. He does not. So let's mark this. Oh yeah, some good burial chamber action here. I've already gotten my Diverger circlet, and I've already gotten enough cores to be getting on with for the time being. So I will not enter into either of these burial chambers. I will, however, mark them. And one of my fellow players needs such a place, I can direct them. See what's going on down here. Oh, blueberries are what's going on down here. I'm getting jaded. Just 2. I don't think I'll mark it. Okay. Anybody upstairs? Yes, there is. Sometimes there's a chest on that porch. That's kind of rare. Yeah. Well, stop that. I'm trying to come up and fight you. If you want to fight, let me up. Okay. Yeah, see? This one's got a chest up top. Feathers are nice. Okay. Oh. There's one more. Didn't see you there. Okay. Hello. Okay. Not bad. Trying to avoid taking any swimming steps, so I didn't slow down. Some copper here. Just gonna try and get around this, oops, this coast down here. See how far I can get. Yep, that's a troll. Okay, where are you? Yep. There, that's uncovered on the map. That's good enough. I don't need to go challenge that troll for just to expand the fog a little bit. You can always come sailing by in a boat. Yep. Enjoy yourself out there. You have a log? Can't tell. I don't think so. Oh, it almost worked. Really, I'm not interested in whatever you've got to sell there. Got other things happening here. Okay. Oh, mushroom. All these guys attacking me, throwing stones, and I'm like, oh, mushroom. I watch my rested state. And I'm wet. Yep. It's when you start to get cocky and disdainful of creatures. That's when they get you. Oh, it's another one of those castle-y things. Yeah. Oh, hello. And night's coming on, so yeah, there's actually some real danger here. Very rugged coast. Lots of little twists and turns. Almost, fjord-like, perhaps. Although fjords are actually where the water has eroded its way into the valleys of mountain rivers. That is definitely not the case here. This is all lowlands. So... Oh, you're killing the bushes! What's the matter with you guys? You're killing blueberry bushes? I mean, I know you're blue, and that doesn't mean you get to kill blueberry bushes. All right, all right. Been mocking you for long enough. Come on, bring it on. Huh. Oh, here's another burial chamber. Okay, there's one. Did I hear another one? I think I did, but anyway, I'll mark this. Looks like we've got meadows right over here. So, sure do. That was a strange sound. I think it was some echoing caused by the distance and the nighttime effect. Oh. Oh, this is weird. Like a rock garden. Huh. Lots of blueberries. No, see, I don't like hanging around those because they come in there and they start to attack them. And that's bad. We're almost to the Elder Site. We've kind of been taking a big loop around rather than going there directly. Oh, come on. Come on. Stand still, you little great orph. Alright. What do we got over here? A brute. You're a brute. And more blueberries. A little quieter over here. I might actually mark this one. Okay. Don't really want that skeleton. Yep, that's all good. Here. Pick up at least a couple of pieces of wood here. Okay. Aha. Oh. Well, this is a better elder site than the one I used yesterday. It's flatter. It's quite open for an elder site. There's usually lots of trees around. And we have a very nice copper node up here. Yeah. Actually, take a close look at this copper node. It's a little hard to see, but the copper node is normally like a single dome of rock. And then you see how there's this sort of seam where it suddenly goes up in a slightly steeper dome of rock? That is actually two copper nodes merged together. You'll see that sometimes. And it could be a great place to come in and mine copper because you get more or less twice as much. So I'll make that a CUX2. Yeah. I don't feel rested anymore. Well, I can fix that. Look what I have over here. That's a fire. Oh. Only comfort one, not a shelter, but, you know, it will do. How's our food? Okay, we're going to be down to half of our food supplies here after the next meal we take. Okay. I don't know if I ever showed what the runestone here has to say. It's pretty simple. Burn their young. So, when we started the fight, we were putting in the ancient seeds, which are the young versions of the elder tree creatures. So, there you go. Burn their young. Yeah, this is actually a very nice elder site. I think I might, I think I might want to put a portal here and offer it up as an alternative site for people to come through. So you don't want to put it right on top of the arena because the elder will... Oh, looky here. Well, first of all, there's more copper right here. Second of all, there's a troll cave. Now, it'd be nice if we could build inside the troll cave, and in a very limited way we can. We can put campfires, we can put sitting logs, we can put cooking stands and cook meat in there. There's a couple other things we can put inside there. But generally we can't build anything that requires a workbench. But there's a fair amount of space in this opening here. But what I do want to do, I want to check and see whether it's occupied. So let's see. I'm going to go with the claws. I'm going to go into sneak. Let's see what we got. Carefully. Carefully. Right up. Okay, so there is a troll in there. And I only got a quick look at him, but he actually looked like a one-star troll. They have a lighter colored greenish hide. Quite dangerous. Not as bad as the sort of reddish brown two-star trolls. They are nightmares. But still. So what I'm going to do is try to slip a bench in here somewhere. It'll let me. You can also... There we go. It's also possible to build a fire out here under this shelter. And you see, yeah, I have shelter. But what I'm going to build is a portal. Like so. Now, I'm not going to call this... Well, actually... Come on. There we go. Initially, I will call it ER Gather. Yes. But then I'm going to rename it. After I unload this stuff, let's see. Blueberries. No. Mushrooms. Yeah, right. Yes, I did. There. I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of wood and a little bit of stone. See if I can shove a fire in there. Grab a piece of coal. Okay. Nope, I want a piece of coal. I'm gonna need more wood. Okay. Yes, put the metal away. Okay, our supply of copper is finally getting good. Right. So I'm going to call this one DR Elder. Obviously, I don't have a DR Elder out there, so it doesn't connect. I'll step through here. And rename this one to DR Elder. Then I will put a sign up. There. And I'll warn people. Use yellow for its baleful color. Troll inside. Yes. Okay. And then, let's see if I can get a campfire here that doesn't go out. Like there. Let's see, will you stay lit? Before I put any more fuel on it, I want to know that. Look at this. We've got a nice little comfort spot. You know what I should have done? I should have brought some deer hide through and get it up to yeah, let's do that. Get a little rest station here. Okay. What? Why don't I, what does that cost? It costs 4. Okay. Grab 4 fine wood. And I will grab 4 deer hide. Hop back through there. I will put down a rug. There, coming out of the portal. There you go. And I will put down the chair. Seated right there. And look at this. Now we have Comfort 6. Not bad. I'll fill up the fire. Build a chest even. Well, then there's this guy. Hey, okay. Okay. Put the rest of the wood in there. Try to repair my gear, but not really. And let's see. Troll inside now. People coming here won't necessarily know where the elder is. Yep. Gotta solve that. Although I suppose I could put it on the community map. And here's another simple trick. What you can do is take a low wall like this, kind of just build it across there. And most creatures can't get through that, but obviously the player characters can just leap it quite easily. Now, the elder is this way, so let's put up another sign and direct people that way. I'll use white for this one. Go east to elder. Uh-huh. Yeah, there. Like so. Okay. Cool. So now we've got an alternate elder site. I'll step through that. Do a little bit more portal do-si-do. Okay, this one is still called Gather. So I'm going to change this to DR Gather X, which is what we called the original Gather. Wait till that reconnects. Step through that. Rename it. And go back through. Finally, I'll return this one to the tag that takes me to Portal Hub. And there we go. We've returned our portals to where we were at the start of this adventure. That way we can kind of get back to all the places we were going. So let's see what we've done over here. What have you done? Discovered a lot more of the map. Found the alternate elder site. There's still more black forest in a line probably right about through there. It can be explored. Probably more burial chambers up in there. There's some nice meadows over that away. Can return back to there at some point to dig out some more copper. What I probably want to do next is maybe explore down here. I believe the nurses... Oh, yes. The reason there's this little hole like that is that's where Nurse has her location. So I can maybe pop through there and start exploring around. And this is like a southern island. We could go over here to this western section of the main island. We could go to Haldor and start exploring around there. We've got some other sites. So we've got Hildir, we've got the Bog Witch, and a few other random little bits. I think this is where CJ has his home. We could also get back in the boat and go exploring more with the oceans. Get onto this island and go exploring what's there. Just generally start expanding our map outward. Yeah. Got lots of lots of blueberries marked here. At some point, we'll come back and probably remove those markers. They just aren't needed anymore. Okay. Looking pretty good. I think I will spend some more time here working on some crops. Oh, did I did refill that. Let's do another batch of copper. Oh, of course. I know what we need to do. I know what we need to do. Yes, we need to get our mead production going. Okay, so there's two parts to that. The first thing we need to build is the mead kettle. This thing right here. It requires 4 tin and 6 copper. We have that. Leather scraps, and it has to sit over a fire, just like the other cooking stations do. Okay. 4 tin and 6 copper. And some leather scraps. Okay. There it is. I'll just kind of pull it forward so it's easier to reach. And there we go. We have a mead kettle. Now what can we make here? We can make things called mead base. This means that it's the initial mixture to make the mead. And then it's going to have to be put into the fermenter for a period of time to ferment into the final mead product. Each of the mead bases will produce 6 containers of whatever mead they're for. And let's see the ones we get initially. We got minor healing, which gives you up to 50 health over a period of 120 seconds. So it gradually replenishes your health, but much more quickly than you would without using it. It sort of gives you a quick little burst and then a tick over time. This mead is poison resistance. This is not immunity to poison, but it gives you very resistant to poison for 600 seconds, which is 10 minutes. 10 minutes? I think that's right, 10 minutes. Yeah. Trying to do mental math. And in effect, when you're using this potion, you pretty much can ignore poison damage. Whatever poison damage still gets through should easily be handled by your armor if you're wearing remotely decent armor. This is the mead base for minor stamina, and here you finally see what we've been collecting those yellow mushrooms for. This one gives you 80 stamina over a period of again 2 minutes, and it gives you a little burst of stamina and then a tick over time. And it's honey and raspberries. We're finally going to put our raspberries to use, and yellow mushrooms. One of my favorite meads because, you know, stamina. And this is the tasty mead. This is one of the more interesting meads. This one gives you an improved regeneration of health and stamina, plus 50%, plus 100%. That's a lot. It only lasts 10 seconds. However, all of the other meads, when that duration time... Oh, I should point that out. Yeah, this lasts for 2 minutes. This lasts for 10 minutes, 2 minutes. So, as long as this effect is on you, you can't take another one of these meads. It's a cooldown. So, even if you suddenly need more stamina or suddenly need more healing, you gotta wait. Same is true of the poison resistance. Until the timer runs out, you can't take more. But the tasty mead is different. You can take these as fast as you want to because they're only lasting 10 seconds each. And they keep giving you this burst. So it can be pretty powerful. But of course, it does use the ever-precious blueberries. And now you will also see how we will suddenly start using a lot more honey. And much more quickly. So let's work on getting the other part of this process going. By the way, these fires need fuel? That one does. Oh, and I'm out of wood. Okay. The other piece is the fermenter. And that is this guy right here. It's pretty good size. It requires 5 bronze, 30 fine wood. Oh, wow. Let's see. So we could make 10 bronze, and we have almost 60 fine wood. So we could theoretically make 2 of these. Now, the thing about these is they're pretty big, so we may have to stick them outside. Didn't really plan for them in my my build. Maybe like right here. The other thing is that they need to have a roof over them. So we may need to alter our build a little bit. A little more copper going. Probably do some tin shortly. Yeah. And in fact, we may want to make some more coal. We'll get to that. So, oops. I think I want to make 2 fermenters so we can have 2 different meads processing at the same time. It takes a while for them to go through and process and come out. So it's good to have at least 2. So for that, we will need, let's see, make sure, 8. 60 fine wood, 10 bronze, 10 resin. 10 resin, I'm sorry, 20 resin. Oh, stop that. 20 resin is no problem. 60 fine wood we don't quite have. We just need a little bit more. And 10 bronze is also no problem. So let's start with that. We need 20 copper. We need 10 tin. Okay. Make our 10 bronze. Good. Let's put that back here. We need to go get some pine wood. Let's go find some pine wood trees. Here. And there's a neck over there. Hello. Oh, there's a birch tree over there. Okay. Always be careful approaching this area, as both trolls and bears have spawned near here. Oh, and skeletons, of course, because it is a burial chamber. Yeah, you come down whenever you want to. Okay, that was only 2 fine wood? You're kidding. Out of that whole tree? That's not going to be enough. Oh, here's another one. That's better. Ooh, birch seeds. Don't really want the rocks. Okay. Maybe start thinking about putting up a little tree farm right under there in that flat spot. Would be pretty good. Don't worry about putting a tree farm outside of the defenses because not a lot of things can hurt the trees. And in any case, once they get to be mature, we're going to cut them down anyway. So, whatever. Got a neck trophy. And that. And that. Okay. Definitely got to cook this meat here. Uh-huh. Okay. Nope. Actually, I may want some wood. So I need... No. I need 60 fine wood. Okay. And I need... What was it again? I need 20 resin. Okay. Okay. And I need 10 bronze. Now, let's see what I can do. I'm gonna put some floor pieces here. Yeah. They're not really necessary, but they help me in positioning the fermenters. Try to get those right in the center. That way, I'll know whether or not they're being covered by the roof. You can see right now they are not quite covered. So, this is a place where I kind of wish I had smaller roof pieces. Let's see here. What can I do with you? What I kind of like to do is snap roof piece. I'm going to take these out for a second. Yeah, let's see if I can do this. Take out that piece. Ah, right. Kind of like that. Can I get you to snap in there? Yeah, that's kind of what I want. Yeah, cool. And now if I put the fermenters in underneath that. And I try to access them. I don't have processable items. So it looks like they are okay with that placement. We'll know as soon as we get a mead base and actually try to put it in there. But let's do no, don't do that. Yes. Okay. Oh gosh, that sounds like a brute. Let's see. No, it's a shaman. Come on. You know, I'm going to make a potion that will make your poison useless against me. Is there not a brute somewhere? Not there. Nope. Okay. Ooh, there's somebody out front, aren't they? Aha! There's the brute. Thought I heard one. Oh dear. I haven't eaten. It's not a good idea when a brute's on your tail. It can absolutely hit me for 25 points of damage. Here, let's go to there, there, put a shield. Okay. Yeah, see what I mean? Okay. Always leaving junk in my yard. Okay. So, let's make some mead. What else we are gonna want? I want our honey. So let's put the weapons away and collect honey. Oops. Okay. So for every mead, we're going to need 10 honey. We have 2 fermenters, so let's get 20 honey, and we'll figure out which specific meads we're going to make. Okay. Nope, this one. Nope. Come on. Oh, heavens. There we go. Okay. So there's minor healing. That's nice. That's nice. Poison resistance. We're about to venture into the swamp. This will be vital for that. Minor stamina. Yeah, I think we want that. So we want a minor stamina. We want a poison resistance. So this takes 10 raspberries, 10 yellow mushrooms. And this one takes 5 thistle, 1 necktail, and 10 coal. Okay. So we need 10 of these. We need 10 of these. We're going to have to start collecting raspberries again. We're going to need 10 of this. And 5. And 1 necktail. So now we have competition between food and potions for necktails. So let's keep that in mind. We need some necktails. Okay, we'll make the poison resistance mead. Okay, and the minor stamina mead. Okay. And then we just walk out here, and I don't know how it chooses which goes into which, but there, that's the minor stamina. There, that's the poison resistance. So those are now fermenting. They will take a few days to complete, and when they do, we can tap the barrel and flush the potions out the bottom, and we'll have some cool potions. Nice. Let's see if there's anything else we want to make out of bronze. Well, we've talked several times about the bronze buckler. Since we went with the bear armor, we don't necessarily need the bronze buckler. On the other hand, that is actually a lot of bronze. The other option is to use our bronze to upgrade this gear. I think I'd prefer to do that first. Save the bronze buckler for absolute last. So, yeah, we can upgrade this. That's 5, 8. That's 16, 21 bronze. And a few other ingredients. For that, we're going to need 42 copper. Okay, well, we've got some more copper smelting, so I think we'll get there. Yeah, let's do all those upgrades. What about the also upgrade the cultivator too? Oh, that's cheap. Yeah, we can do that right now. Let's grab all that. Need more fine wood soon. Grab that and grab one of these. Make a piece of bronze. I typically make bronze to order because it costs so much copper, and the copper itself has other valuable uses. I find that it's better to make it as you need it and then you won't waste copper making bronze that you're not actually going to end up using. So now I need 2 more bronze to upgrade this again. Let's do that. That's 4. And 1, 2. Upgrade. Okay, now the cultivator's done. It's like the hammer or the hoe. It only goes up to level 3. But its durability is significantly higher now, so we can use it for a long time without having it wear out. Okay. Pickaxe seems to be the next cheapest thing to upgrade. That also uses core wood, and it needs 5 bronze. So let's see what we've got here. Day 244. Get 5 of that. All right. Make 5 bronze. We'll upgrade the pickaxe. Okay, and this next upgrade needs 10. Wow. And then we need 8 for that, and 8 for that. That's 6. It's 26 bronze. That's 52 copper. I don't know if we're going to have that much. No. We're going to have to go get some more copper. Yeah, so we have another 18 on the way. So that'll be a total of 36 bronze that we can possibly make. So that will take 10, 18. Wait a minute. 16. Oh, right. It's 2 copper per. Yeah. 36 copper, 18 bronze. So we could basically do 2 of these items: the pickaxe and one of either the mace or the axe. Probably the mace. Want our mace to be as high level as possible. Would be one of our primary weapons heading into the swamp. And getting that pickaxe upgraded will also be valuable going into the swamp, because we're going to be doing a lot of mining. So yeah, we have enough copper to upgrade the bronze pickaxe, the bronze mace to level 3, which is pretty good. Alright, I'm going to put this away. Put this away. Our crop appears to be ready for harvest. Our gear needs repair. And okay, here we go. This is the same one that nearly smashed us up. Get out of there. Nearly smashed us up the last time. This is not working. I need to go up the proper ladder. So yeah, it's going to be very dangerous having these guys out here. The problem is, if I start killing them, they are just going to respawn some more. So what I'm going to do is first take foolish damage by jumping off my wall, and then I'm going to kind of drag these guys out here. Now, here's a rule about raids. You see that red circle that has appeared on the mini-map? Yes. That red circle represents the effective area of the raid. A player must remain within that red circle in order for the timer, there's a hidden timer going on, in order for that timer to run out, or to keep ticking. So, if I leave the red circle, the raid just lasts longer. Any creatures that I kill while the timer is going, and I know that because it has the message on the screen that says a foul smell from the swamp. Am I not using my shield? Any creature I kill will be replaced by a new spawn. I need to kill these archers, though. They're a problem. And I am out of stamina and getting hurt. This is probably a bad idea coming out here. This is a very bad idea coming out here. I'm going to go do the same strategy I did before. I'm going to go inside and defend. Okay. Get my hammer out. Repair. No, repair. Fool. They'll probably break the outer wall, but that's all right. This is why I built a double wall. Once the timer goes off, then no new creatures will respawn. And then I can go outside and fight them without worrying about any respawns. Ah, see? The timer has now gone off. Yeah, see, they broke the outer wall. Okay. Okay, 2, 4, go. Close the door so they can't get in, and here we go. Turn that off. Oh boy, that was painful. All right, the archers are in some ways the greatest danger, so get them first. All right, one down, and I nearly died. Nearly dead. One good hit with an arrow could probably kill me, so I got to dodge and run and hide behind stuff. Okay, nope. Archer is deadly. Go away. I didn't kill him. Oh, I'm down to 6 hit points. I am going to get killed here, and I'm dead. Well. Okay. Well, good news is I have an ample supply of food here without having to take any into my inventory. I do have weapons, including a not half bad club. Or, yeah. Okay. Do I want to put any armor on? Yes, I think I do. This is a little different from when I die far from home. I don't necessarily need to. Close that gate. I don't necessarily need to pick up my gear immediately because no, don't pick things up. No, don't pick things up now. Where'd everybody go? Because it's all right here, and I can duck inside my home. Did everybody leave? Probably not. What's probably happened is they've all dispersed around the area, and they're hunting local creatures like this deer. And there may be Draugr and skeletons running around out there, potentially for days. But, well, don't see anymore. So let's take all this gear, put it down on my bottom row, see what happens when I pick this up. Okay. Huh. Okay. I feel stronger. Thank you. So let's actually go ahead and pick this stuff up now. Well, bit of a bummer. They didn't get a lot of the drops of those creatures. I would have rather liked to get some of those entrails. Room in inventory. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? I can keep that. And then I gotta repair my wall. Yeah, you know. This is proving to be a very deadly raid for me. Need to maybe stop and reconsider some of my life choices. And then go on and do the same things all over. You know what? Don't put away gear that's broken. That's just not. Okay. There was more stuff needs picking up. I need to repair all that. Oh, at least they didn't break the signs this time. That was annoying. Okay. Repairs. Okay. Nope. Nope. Miscellaneous. Okay. More buke berries. I'll have to find a use for those at some point. Not really sure I know of one. I don't really use them for their intended purpose, because I follow my philosophy of always eating the best foods. So, anyway. Oh. Did they kill a plant here? Maybe somebody did. Oh, well. Maybe that shaman did that. Oops. Watch my aim there. Gotta get that reticule right over the middle of the plant. Carrot plants are small, so I've got to be constantly aiming it to follow the line. Okay. So we're back up over 100 seeds. That's good. I think I'll plant 41 of those, and I will plant 39 carrots for seeds. Okay. Okay. Sorry, it was receiving a message I had to look at there. No. Wait, no. That's going in there. And this is getting planted. And so forth. Okay, great. Let's get that started. Let's do the carrots first. Turn on walking. Go. More carrot seeds, then seed carrots. It's going to be a smaller batch this time. Okay. And you can see that the cultivator is barely worn out from that, where in prior plantings it was halfway down. That is the advantage of upgrading a tool. Okay, I'll put that away. That back. Now we have at least 50 carrots. Let's check our food supply. Definitely need to replenish. Okay. So now the mincemeat sauce is the leading one. So I need some deer stew. Maybe see if I can make 10 of those. How's that look? Well, first of all, let's get this silly meat cooked. It's going to take a little while. Okay. We'll use use 10 of these. Uh, 10 blue. Now our blueberry supply is now very robust, and 10 carrots. I might definitely need to move that trophy up a bit. It's kind of annoying me. Hey. All right. Let's try to do... $10 carrot soup. Why did that not make... Why did that not make 10? I might have been holding the wrong button there. Definitely holding the wrong button. All right. Get all that cooked deer meat in place. And then let's see what we got in terms of we have one because we made that mead. Oh crap. Okay. So I'll explain to you what I just did there. Yeah, that was dumb. I'll make that one thing. So, I had picked up some boar meat and a necktail in my inventory, and then went over and clicked on the cooking station, and I wasn't using the toolbar to select which meat I was putting. So there's a priority for those. They will, seeing an indication that the server might crash. Let's get the meat off the fire. So it's in my inventory. Anyway, there's a priority for the meat on those cooking stations, and they will prioritize, not like leave anything on the ground when this happens. They will prioritize boar and neck meat over deer meat. So it put one of the neck meat pieces on the cooking fire, which I didn't want because I was going to use it in the recipe. If you spot that and the meat hasn't finished cooking yet, if you quickly break the cooking station, the meat falls off uncooked, and you can pick it back up. So you can save that. Still indicating to me that I might lose my connection. Well, you know what? I think maybe if that happens, I will probably want to end my stream here. The server might need my attention, so yeah, I think I may do something about that. Yep, everybody else is off the server anyway. Okay. Sit down. I will log out. It's a little early to end the stream, but yeah, that little warning symbol should not be ignored. Something's likely to happen. Well, thank you for joining my stream. It's been a pretty good time. Lots of good battles. Remember, tomorrow is the start of Val-Con at 1900 UTC. Please join us there. Thank you very much.
This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.